This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and this year we are saying thank you to therapists. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories and millions of journeys. Behind each one of them is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take that next step forward. Moments in therapy, like asking the right questions, having a safe place to get emotional or cry, or small wins, they can change lives. This World Mental Health Day, BetterHelp is honoring those connections and the therapists who make them possible while showing how easy it is to get guidance from a licensed therapist online with BetterHelp. I've been doing therapy for over 2 years and I couldn't recommend it enough. It's helped me so much with relationships with my friends, families, even myself. It's helped me understand myself better, and it's just made for such a better life. It really has. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live sessions based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we are collaborating with those therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off of their first month at BetterHelp.com/PFF. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PFF. The Carolina Panthers traveling to New York to take on your Jets. Do they make it happen, Dalton? Do they get the first win of the season? You want to talk about the Jets or the Panthers?
I'll go on the Jets' offensive side of things and talk about this Panthers run defense, because now that it looks like Garrett Wilson is going to be out for a couple of games with an injury, I really have no idea how the Jets are going to throw the football. We all know they had negative 10 net passing yards last week, and it's not just Justin Fields, for as bad as he is, and he's, again, not a 17-game NFL starter at this point, but offensive line got dominated. Nobody other than Garrett Wilson can get open, and because of all of that, there's not a whole lot of creativity in the passing game when it comes to the play calling either. So, what are the Jets going to do as they try to do every week? They're going to try to run the football with Breece Hall and with Justin Fields, because that's basically all they have left. Now, you look at the Panthers in run defense, and obviously last year they were the worst run defense in football by far. For as bad as some other teams were, the Cowboys, the Saints, the Panthers were just the worst. Okay, this year it's been up and down. In the 3 games they've won, they've been really good. In the 3 games they've lost, they haven't stopped the run. In their 3 wins as a team, 83.5 run defense grade and only allowing 3.2 yards per carry. In their 3 losses, 59.8 run defense grade, 4.7 yards per carry allowed. Now, the exact numbers there as far as the grades, honestly, the exact numbers don't matter, because I can boil it down to good run defense, bad run defense. It's that simple, right? So the exact point totals don't even matter much there. It's just that part of it, and especially at the linebacker level. Christian Roseboom, Trevor Wallace, when they have been stable in run defense, and then you get some help from Nick Scott, get a little help from Lathan Ransom, the rookie safety, mixing in there too. He's always been a good run defender, even at Ohio State. When they stop the run, they win ball games. It's very simple. Now, they have to take it on the road and do it at New York, because they haven't won a road game yet, but that's really going to be the thing. If they stop the run here, I have no idea how the Jets score points, because they're running out Josh Reynolds and Tyler Johnson and Arian Smith and Mason Taylor. Without Garrett Wilson, I think this Jets passing game is non-existent. So if Carolina's solid in the front 7, that starts with Derek Brown and those guys up front, then I think it really works its way to the linebackers. When those guys play well and keep them in the game, prevent those explosives, they win ball games.
I think that whether or not the Panthers can put Justin Fields under pressure will go a lot towards making sure that you win a game that feels very winnable. Now, of course, as we say here on the show, you're famous for this quote, that winnable games are only winnable if you win them. Justin Fields under pressure this year, 38.0 passing grade, 22.3 pressure to sack ratio. So he just has not been good under pressure. But when he's had a clean pocket, he hasn't been too bad. Now, the thing with the Panthers is pass rush has kind of been their issue over the last couple of years. This year it's a little bit better, but specifically, they're 26th in total pressures without blitzing over the last 3 weeks. So obviously they have struggled to generate pressure when they are not blitzing. They also don't blitz a lot. 19th in total pass blitz percentage at 29.4%. So if the Panthers aren't great at getting pressure without blitzing, and they don't really blitz a lot, Justin Fields might not be under pressure a ton in this game unless something really changes from the trends that we've seen over this season and over the last 3 weeks. When he has been clean, it feels like he's able to operate things pretty well. But when things start to fall apart, boy, do they ever fall apart for him. So I think the defensive game plan is going to be an interesting thing to watch here for the Panthers. You mentioned how good they are in run defense. 6th in run defense grade over the last 3 weeks. That is the Carolina Panthers. And so I think they're going to be able to shut down the run because they've been able to do so throughout the season. Now, of course, a week-to-week league, right? That's what we always say. They always say that. A week-to-week league, you never know what you're going to get. But the data and the trends at least tell us that Carolina's been a pretty good run defense team, especially lately. So you think that they're going to be pretty solid there. I will say this, though. Here's another stat that I'm going to throw out at you before we get to our score predictions. Remember we talked about the Panthers tight end game over the last couple of weeks, specifically this past week when we were reviewing on Monday, how good, how well those guys were grading as tight ends in this game and how willing the Panthers were to put them on the field and lean into the tight end passing game and just heavier personnel. 5th highest offensive grade in 12 personnel this season is the Carolina Panthers. 11th most snaps with 12 personnel, so they're very willing to lean into it, and they're very good when they do. The Jets, 20th in overall defensive grade when defending 12 personnel. All of that, I think, spits out a Carolina Panthers win. I think the Panthers win this game 23-13. What do you got, Dalton?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I look at this Jets passing game on offense, and it's great. If they can keep Fields clean and give him a chance to throw, that's great, because certainly they need to do it after last week, and Denver's pass rush just dominated him. But, I mean, who's he throwing to, right? I mean, again, this is the problem. If you don't have Garrett Wilson, I have no idea who you're throwing the ball to at this point. I mean, it's hard for me to think they're going to win many games with Josh Reynolds and Tyler Johnson as their top 2 receivers, right? So that's a big problem. And I think on the outside, on the Panthers side of things, you get a great matchup between Teteroa McMillan and Sauce Gardner, so maybe Bryce Young is going to have to figure out what other options he has here in this passing game, maybe Xavier Legette, or maybe they just run the football in a dominant fashion like they have the last 2 weeks. But either way, I think the Panthers have a lot of avenues to winning here. I'm taking them 24-10 on the road, get the first road win of the year.
All right, similar to my score there. Both see the Panthers winning this one.